Hey guys, welcome to Module 1 Entrepreneurship, what it takes to start and run a new business. First, I want to thank you guys for taking another step towards owning your business and joining the program and taking the first couple steps that it takes. And this is a major step. And first, I want to make sure that you guys understand that this is what it takes. This is the kind of thing that you must do, or that you should do to further yourself along. So I just wanted to get that, say that to you guys. I'm really excited about those who chose to be here, and we're going to make sure we give you everything we have to make sure you are able to run a business successfully, a home care business successfully. Um, so this is Module 1 Entrepreneurship and what it takes to start and run a new business. The reason why we started this program off with the entrepreneurship module is that we deal with a lot of CNAs and nurses and people who never actually ran a business. So before we can even start talking about like some of the things that it takes to run a business, we have to deal with some of the mindsets and some of the preconceived notions and some of the just ideas of what it really is about being a business owner and an entrepreneur. So we're going to jump right in and kind of take you from that part, and then we're going to go into some of the operational technical stuff of running your business. So the first thing we want to cover is CNA, going from CNA to actual CEO, which is just becoming going from a home care worker to like actually owning your home care business. And it's definitely a mindset shift. So some of the things that we're going to cover is vision, mind, body, soul, employee versus entrepreneur, just those two different ways of thinking. Time, just thinking about how you manage your time, how you deal with time differently and look at time, and how entrepreneurs look at time versus employees, how they look at time. Accountability, that's just talking about how important it is to be held accountable and have someone working with you, or a group, or a partner, to help you kind of manage your goals and stay on track. Money, just kind of dealing with some of the ideas about money and what people think that it actually takes to run a business. And some of the things, some people may be wrong, some things may be wrong and or misunderstood, and just we're going to deal with a little bit of thinking about what it takes as far as the money. Network is very important. Who you surround yourself with, and we're just going to talk about who you surround yourself with, how you go into new networks, and kind of walk away from old ones that aren't benefiting or productive for you and your business and your actual vision for your life. Fear factor, very very serious concept here, that we're going to address. It's basically just talking about conquering those fears, because what's going to happen is once we get started and once you get actually moving around in your community to actually hire caregivers, meet clients, um, marketing, meeting with doctors and different business owners, and assisted living facility managers and things like that. When you start to actually do the work of the business, you're going to run into a lot of fear, especially if you've never done this stuff. Like we said, most people haven't, that we're working with. So we just want to kind of help you create a system and kind of prepare you for the things that are going to come, and we just want to make sure that you're not being held back by those things. And that's kind of like the importance of fear. um, there is a required reading for this module, and it's called the Millionaire Fast Lane, and we'll do some more talking about that once we get to that point of the module. The first thing we're going to talk about this today is vision. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight and no vision. Helen Keller. So we have what we call the 12 areas of balance that we use. And this is like the first thing that we kind of cover when dealing with ourselves, because we actually have these for ourselves and also dealing with our coaching clients and students. We have them go through this process of outlining their visions of what they see for their lives. And through this process, it kind of helps you create goals for yourself. So when we look at number one, health and fitness, what do you want your health to look like? What do you want your fitness to look like? What do you want your body to look like? Like actually, and write these things down. There's going to be a document with a printout that you can kind of download and kind of fill in the answers. But all of these are kind of like questions. So, how do you want your health to look? How do you want your fitness to look? Intellectual life. How many books do you want to read every month or yearly? How many languages do you want to speak? What new skills do you want to have? How do you want to grow yourself professionally? So like these are just some of the things you want to start thinking about. Maybe you don't want to read a certain amount of books or you don't want to learn a new language, but what are some of the things that you personally want to do? And these are some of the questions that are going to be on this document that helps you work through the 12 areas of balance. Um, Emotional life. How do you deal with stress and anger? How do you maintain happiness? Your character. What are the values? What are your values? What do you believe in? What type of person do you want to be? Do you want to be the kind of person people stand? Do you want to be kind of one of the kind of people that you stand by your word? Is basically what I'm saying. So going through this whole process, what you're going to do is you're going to answer these questions, write out your whole vision for your life. Like what type of parent you want to be, what kind of social life you want to have, who do you want to be spiritually, how do you want to engage that aspect of your life, what kind of love relationship do you want to have, what type of person do you want to be with, and what type of person do you want to be in that relationship. So we go all the way into this uh idea of like this perfect reality for yourself, and then what we do is we start doing the things necessary to create that life. And that's kind of the importance of the 12 areas of balance. And while we really stress it early on just so we can encourage everyone that we're working with to say, hey, look, your life is your choice. It's your decision. If you want to have a life of bad health, out of shape, emotionally, distressed, and just like no kind of character, no values, no real system, not engaging spirituality, not pursuing some of the things that you feel like you deserve in this life, then that's okay. But if you want to do better, that option is there too. You can have a great life. You could be a wonderful parent. You can have all the money that you ever dreamed of. Like this is a reality. And by going through this program, this process of, right now your 12 areas of balance, this is you taking action. This is you writing it out, putting it on a piece of paper, and putting it somewhere. And, from time to time, just checking it out. And one thing we don't want you to do is limit yourself, because it's like, okay, we're going to be thinking about it. Let's think big. Or we're going to be dreaming about it. Let's dream big. It's no need for us to limit ourselves. So I say, okay, the quality of life. How do I want to travel? When I travel, ideally, in the best reality that I can see for myself, I want to be on a private airplane, and I want to go to 5-star hotels, and I want to be ushered around in a Bentley, and I want to be eating at some of the great restaurants in whatever city I'm visiting. And like it's okay to want those things, or it's okay to dream big and to allow yourself to push beyond like your immediate reality, and give yourself that vision. And give yourself that option to say, you know what, I deserve more, I can have more, and these are some of the things that I want to work towards. And that's just like the strength and the power of the vision that the 12 areas of balance gives you. So